good morning and happy International Coaching Week. We intentionally, since 2015, hold our graduations for the International Coaching Week when the world is celebrating coaching, because we feel that's the time we need to celebrate you for the commitment, for the sacrifice, and choosing to go through a whole journey of learning and relearning, and being who you are, leaders who are busy, who have multiple competing demands, taking time to be in this journey and go through the whole works of transformation. Transformation work or journeys are not easy. They're journeys that come with sacrifice. They're journeys that come with humility, because then you are almost taking yourself to a place of a clay, from a vessel that you've been, and saying, I'm here to be remolded again. Some journeys are painful. Some are like, some of them do require a lot of, vulnerability. But you've chosen, given who you want to become, and the impact you want to make to the world, you've chosen to go through that journey. Thank you so much for also choosing CDI-Africa Coaching Group as your coach training partner. You could have gone to so many places, but you knew where the best is. So thank you so much for trusting us. So my topic or my speech for today is titled High Performance Fueled by Clean Energy. Every person, every leader, every organization is seeking to achieve high performance. In fact, if you want to sell a program to organizations, just use the word high performance. To any leader, just use the word high performance, and you're in for the game, if you know what I mean. And high performance is also celebrated and applauded almost all the time. But the question is, what kind of energy is fueling that high performance? What are we having to pay in order for us to achieve that high performance? By now, we know for a fact that there are so many high-performing people, high-performing organizations, high-performing families that are so broken, toxic, and dysfunctional, yet the world around them is applauding them. And I think it's time we became authentic with what this performance is costing us and what it's meaning to us. And I call for us to go back to the basics, back to the basics. Lest we forget, people are people, human beings. Therefore, if we are people, then achievement cannot be the only and should not be the only thing that we are looking for. If you go back to Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, you'll find the basic human needs are security, safety, belonging, love, happiness, wholeness, purpose. And in today's workplace, that's now becoming predominantly, the dominant generation now is becoming Gen Y and Z or millennials. This is even becoming more critical. Some of you on this call and listening to me, you've had some of the employees just telling you, I'm leaving here because I'm not feeling a sense of purpose. I'm not feeling appreciated. And actually, I did hire one time somebody who told me they were leaving a high-performing job and taking a lesser pay because, they were not appreciated. So that very basic need of human need is what people are looking for. And when those basic needs are not met, then we end up with invisibly disintegrated and dysfunctional people, families, teams, and organizations. And some of you might say, but well, we're achieving high performance. What I can tell you is that if those basic needs are not met, then what you're calling performance is not sustainable. And over and above that, it's not just about sustainability. There are a lot of broken people, a lot of broken relations, a lot of blood behind that performance. And you know what, colleagues on this call and those following us online, it doesn't have to be that way. And that's why our 2022 theme for graduation is unlocking performance. Yes, we must perform because, for us to get to the next level. Performance is important, but would like to change the narrative and do this through coaching and human-centered leadership, and which I think is so connected to the theme of the International Coaching Week, reimagining the future. So to reimagine the future of leadership, we have a rallying call, very simple yet profound, that we submit that while high performance is important, it doesn't have to be achieved at the cost of mental illness. It doesn't have to be achieved at a cost of depression. It doesn't have to cause stress and anxiety. It doesn't have to cause broken relationships at work. It doesn't have to cause broken marriages. It doesn't have to cause isolation. It doesn't have to cause burnout. It doesn't have to cause fear, threat, and insecurity. It doesn't have to come with toxicity. It doesn't have to come with emptiness. What am I asking of us all as leaders and coaches today? And I say leaders, I'm not just talking about the position, because leadership is not about your role or the title. We are all leaders. At the very least, we lead ourselves. So the leader of now, the leader of the future, must recalibrate, must be intentional and committed to drive high performance culture through human-centered mindset, heartset, language, posture, disposition. There has to be a real change from within them. And the coaches who are graduating today, this is what they have said yes to, that they would want to lead from the heart, from a heart-centeredness. They would like to lead from a different mindset. And that's what coaching actually talks about. It's about making people feel a sense of belonging and a sense of purpose. That's why keeping communicating the vision and ensuring everybody's understanding is part of great leadership in organizations. It's about making people feel valued, respected, and loved. It's about us leaving the high pedestal and going where the people are and connecting with them. Pastor Sharon spoke earlier about Jesus. Jesus was God. I mean, he would have stayed at the synagogue and people would have gone to see him there. But he chose to leave the high pedestal at the synagogue, what you'd call today our church or temple, and he chose to go where the people were and where the needs were. So I think as leaders, it's time we walked away from our corner office and desk and actually met people and connected with them as people, making them feel valued, respected, and loved. We must create safe and trust-rich environments. And trust is two-way, where people trust you and you trust them. And it could trusting them, they're about to possibly do things slowly than you would, do things not as fast as you'd like them to, but trust that they are growing. Trust the process of nurturing them and growing them. It's about being accessible, being present, listening, caring, and being compassionate. It's about being intentional to nurture and inspire others to grow into great leaders and not just followers. It's about multiplying yourself, not cloning yourself, but multiplying yourself as a leader. It's about speaking less and listening more, and listening with both your head, your heart, and your gut. It's about being intentional, minor, or jugular if you want, that is constantly looking for value and greatness within the people and polishing it to become the very best it can be. It's about sometimes being vulnerable and being comfortable with the fact that you're not the most brilliant person in that room, you're not the most brilliant person in that team, and allowing others' brilliance even to outshine you. It's about being secure and knowing that your role as a leader is not just to be the best or to be the highest, but to bring others with you. It's not a hiking journey, it's a journey of actually walking with the rest of the people. It's about applauding people foremost for who they are and their uniqueness, appreciating and celebrating their uniqueness, and championing them on, not necessarily celebrating them for what they achieve. Because as I said earlier, people are first and foremost people. If we adopted that kind of a mindset, that kind of a language, that kind of a disposition, and that's what inspired the development of the Global Leadership and Coaching Index, we can then start creating a clean and renewable fuel for sustainable personal and professional performance. The wonderful thing about all these things that I'm talking about is that they are all deeply embedded in the coaching philosophy. So those people who choose to become coaches, they are choosing to become human-centered leaders. And it's not a journey of arriving, it's a journey of constantly becoming. Just like faith, when you say you believe in your faith, I believe in Jesus, I'm becoming a Christian, it's a journey of becoming. It's not a journey of becoming perfect, but it's a journey of consistently making progress over perfection. But that's what those coaches who are here today and those graduating ahead of them have said. They have answered yes to the call of, I want to become a human-centered leader. Colleagues, it's time we eliminated fear, threats, insecurity, and ego, because those ones are actually it's very exhaustible energy. It's very contaminating. It's very diminishing energy. So what am I asking of us to do as leaders? Let's go back to the basics. And I'm probably by now sounding very countercultural, but stay with me. Speaking of energy sources, I challenge all of us as part of our self-leadership, and especially those who are high performers. And I dare say a lot of people on this call who are graduating, you are high performers in your own right. And most of us, again, following us online, they are following us because the theme was possibly about high performance, and they're high performers themselves. But we need to start examining what's our source of energy. And an important question to ask yourself is, what drives you? Is it clean energy or exhaustible, non-renewable energy? Sometimes they call that contaminated energy. Well, that's it. Examine those around you, your team, your family members, etc., your peers, right? Before you applaud them for their achievements, seek to understand the source of their fuel. You might just be the savior to help them switch from non-renewable to clean energy. And based on my extensive experience coaching successful leaders, I know many high-performing leaders and team members that are driven by fear, insecurity, pain, approval addiction, etc. And I've had my story too. So next time, before you applaud your best performer, find out again what drives them, or what we are calling their source of fear or their source of energy. You may be celebrating very empty achiever, been there, walking almost dead. And I'm sure you know people who have actually, gone to the extent of committing suicide, while the world out there was still applauding them for their most recent achievement. So I challenge you, leaders, not to fear getting into people's personal spaces. Know what drives them, know their story, be open to share your story too. We are people, 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 people. I presume by now you have a deep understanding of what inspired the review of our new mission I shared earlier, that we exist to drive sustainable high performance through human-centered leadership. Because we'd like people and organizations to achieve high performance that's fueled by clean, renewable energy. This is what we live for. Every day, we are trying to crack this. And all the coaches graduating today who are an extension of CDI-Africa coaching group are joining us to take this mission to the organization, to their families, and communities all over the world. To our graduating coaches, firstly, I would like to congratulate you again for your commitment to go through the journey of transformation. That was not easy. It was not easy, neither was it cheap. You have invested heavily. Time, money, emotions, and allowed yourself to go through a rigorous learning and relearning. And based on the graduation theme, I request of you to, 1, continue with your journey of self-awareness. Be conscious of who you are becoming. You're the champion, you're the captain of who you become. Remember that. Number 2, keep re-examining your fuel source. This will ensure that you are driven by clean energy as you serve your coaching clients and general humanity. Number 3, be bold and do not conform. As you coach your clients, be bold to positively confront and overhaul mindsets and beliefs that are geared towards to overhaul mindsets that are coming from contaminated energy and give them, help your clients achieve a new way of leading geared towards creating clean energy and atmosphere around themselves. Number 4, stay focused and purposeful. Avoid comparison. Always remember you have your big why. You can benchmark, but not comparison. Number 5, pursue collaboration. Seek to coexist with other coaches globally. Seek to co-create. Together we can do more. And as Madam President Daisy spoke about, join the community. That's how you'll be able to learn how to coexist and co-create and collaborate with the rest of the coaching community, even as you do so with your own clients. Keep growing, but remember to fuel your growth from clean energy. Yes, you're graduating today and we are so, so proud of you, but this does not end the journey for you to keep growing yourself. And as you know, as you learned during the program, ICF has actually incorporated continuous development for coaches as one of the core competencies, that are the sub-competence and the competence number 2 of embodying the coaching mindset. So keep growing yourself. And for you to grow, you need to remain within the community of coaches. And there are a lot of resources out there. At the ICF, you can find a lot of data, a lot of good connections that you can keep growing yourself. So do not sit and rest. There is more to the journey of becoming, as Doreen said earlier. Number 7, remember self-care. Coaches are also human. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Take care of your soul. They are all that you've got. And remember, you cannot pour from an empty space. You cannot pour out to your clients if you're empty. So keep refilling yourself. Keep refilling yourself. And remember, we are fueling from clean energy. Finally, number 8, stay coachable. Great coaches are coachable. So yes, you are a coach graduating, proud of you, congratulations again. But remember, you are also in the journey of becoming, because you are also human.